What's good, everybody? It's Jamila, aka Jamie, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. So, excuse my crusty, dusty, musty appearance. I come to you true as I am. I am not gonna come on camera every time with a full face of makeup. Nope, nope, nope. You won't expect that from me. Trust, okay? Because these videos are not the makeup videos. These videos are the mental health videos. And on these videos, I'm probably gonna come to you barefaced with pimples and everything. So I don't really care, you know? I'm just here to relate information, okay? All right. So this is the next video in the mental health series, hashtag my mental health. It's June. I know, it's June. It's fine. Just trust me, okay? All right, so this video I am dedicating to how school and life affect my depression. In my life update, I kind of explained that like my year went awry with everything that was going on, and that I attributed to being in a very deep, dark place in my depression, and that I had never gotten before. Like, I've never gotten there before, and that was the first time I had gotten there, you know. So it was really hard, and it made me for the first time not have any inspiration, not any motivation to get up and want to do anything, see anybody, go to classes, engage in the classes that I was enjoying, you know. I was too deep off in things that were going on in my life that I couldn't get up and I couldn't go and do what I needed to do. Now, when you get into this, I'm gonna call it a cycle, because schoolwork can affect your depression, and depression can affect your schoolwork, just like life can affect your depression, and depression can affect your life. You see what I'm saying? So it's literally a cycle of, if one thing goes wrong and then the other thing just is affected, and then that affects it, like it continues to go round and round. Okay, so for me in particular, my depression had gotten worse when a lot of things in my life went awry, such as I had like 3 different deaths in like a year's time. All people who were very close to me. I had friendships that were breaking down, probably for the better, but at that time I felt like I was losing all my support that I thought I needed and had, and I felt so alone. So like, of course, I isolated myself, and that didn't help me. So when I did that, I was just in this deep, dark funk that no one could bring me out of, okay? And I got to a point where I did not want to see people, didn't want to go to class, didn't want to engage. And with that happening, it was like life impacted school. When life affects school, you then have extra stress, because then you're like, why am I not motivated to go to class? Why am I not up doing work? And then you're stressed out because you're not doing well in school. And then you have your professors who are like, what's going on? Are you okay? That's extra stressful, because then as a Black person, you have to deal with the fact that people are going to think something about you, or you're going to think that people are thinking about you, because that's how we're programmed to think about it. We're like, we have to think of what they're going to be thinking about in order to combat what they're thinking. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a vicious cycle, like in all forms. So once life affects depression, and then like once school affects depression, and then your depression will start to affect school, it's like you're in an endless cycle of, my life's not going great, oh my god, depression, my depression, school, life. It's a cycle of bullshit and crap, and you get sucked into it, and you just can't deal with anything. Now, for me in particular, I cannot really stress enough that you should not feel bad about just not being able to get up out of bed in the morning. you shouldn't feel bad about it, because that means that your body is trying to protect itself. That's what my body was doing. And you need to get yourself together. You need to take care of yourself before you try to go out there and take care of something else and overexert yourself and put yourself in a worse position. Now, I am not ashamed to say I had done that this past semester, and the result of that was I had to take 3 incompletes because I wasn't in class for a lot of stuff. I did not write my papers on time, but this isn't something to be afraid of, because college sometimes isn't set up to deal with life that happens. You have to get things done in a certain amount of time, and if you can't get it done in that certain amount of time, you're ass out, right? No, your college should have things in place to help students who are having a rough time, whether it's with learning disabilities or with mental health or health issues in general, because it's just not everybody is going to be able to go to every class, do well with everything, and handle life, because some people have things that go on in their life that others don't. So your school should have something in place that allows students to get help or an extended period of time where they can finish their work. So the thing that I definitely appreciated with my school is that they had that system in place. And you have to, the other thing is, you have to know about the system and use the system. I think a problem with people who are not as privileged as other people is that we don't know that these systems are in place, so we feel like we're alone and we have to do everything by ourselves and for ourselves, and that knowledge is not passed down to us because a lot of us are maybe first and second generation and we don't know how to use the college for what we need. Me personally, I didn't use the college for everything that I needed up until recently. So it really is important that we pass this knowledge on to people who aren't as privileged to already have that knowledge and know what's going on. And know what's going on with like things that you can get help with, whether it's mental health or you have a learning disability or you need extra time on things. We don't know how to necessarily reach out, because when they phrase what office hours are like, if you need any help, come by, like that seems like, oh, if I need help with something, I should go and get help. But honestly, office hours are more than that. It's for fellowship. It's to get to know your professor, for your professor to get to know you, and da da da. So we don't know these things as like people who are first and second generation going into college. We don't know what things that we need to do to get help, honestly. So passing on that knowledge of the systems that your colleges have in place to people who are from underprivileged neighborhoods and may need a little bit more help, that is super duper important. Now, I stress that it is important because you are not the average student who was groomed and ready to go to college because you may have gone to a charter school, or you may not have gotten the best grades, but you got to where you are right now, and your school may not have prepared you as well as you thought that they should have, but you're here, and that's what's important. Now, at the college now, you need to learn how to survive with what you do have and take advantage of what they have to help you. So with that in mind, you need to make sure you follow certain steps when you realize that you are deteriorating, and then you're worried that your work will be affected, because in most cases they are, unless you're just that person at that point where mental health, it's like, oh yeah, I have bad mental health right now, but my work's not going to stop. A lot of people actually do that, and that's where people have gotten really deep issues, that because they keep burying it, pushing it aside, and they prioritize their work because they think that's what's important. That's what we've always been taught to be important. Like your mental health, your health in general comes secondary to you getting this money, getting this education. That is always what it is and what it has been. And that is a very destructive idea, that you have to put like yourself secondary to something that you can get maybe a year later. If you take a break or if you take care of yourself, you need to take care of yourself. So things that I stress that you do is get help, whether that's going to the doctor regularly, going to counseling. If you have mental health issues, you need to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, your work will not be up to par. It will not. You will think, oh, okay, if I just, stay up and deal with this because No, you need to create the best work that you can. And in order to do that, you need to be your best. So be sure to get help. Talk to your deans, your teachers, your professors about your struggles. Let them know that you have things going on in your life that may affect your work. Trust me, a lot of professors, deans, and teachers will understand, and they will work with you to maybe give you extensions or come in for help, or like you will email back and forth a lot. Like, please reach out and let people know that you are having a hard time. Otherwise, they cannot help you, and you cannot get the grades that you deserve. You cannot get the time that you deserve to get that work done, because they don't know. They think, oh, you're fine, you're a normal student. No, you're not. You're not. Don't be afraid to reach out. And I know it's hard, especially for students who go to PWIs like me. It's hard to reach out to people and ask for help, because we don't know how to do that. We're notorious for not knowing how to ask for help. Okay? Trust me, I know. Find friends, family, a support network that will be there for you, especially if you are far away. It's important to have people who care about you, who text you, call you, message you, remind you how wonderful you are, that they love you. You need to have people who are around you, who are friends with you, who you can go out and see, go out and just get out of your own head for a little while. Go out into the city, or go out to a party or a museum or whatever you like to do. Stop doing work all the fucking time, okay? Go take care of yourself, breathe, have a social life, sleep, eat, all that stuff. Your work will get done, boo. You need to live. You need to live, okay? Trust me, okay? So make sure you do have those systems in place for yourself, especially like when you're having a rough time with something in your life, and you need to have some people that you can confide in. So, it's important to have a support system of friends and family. And no, it's not easy to come up on. I swear to God, I just got my support network together this year. It's been a struggle. And I'm telling you, like, once you get that support network and get to doing these steps, you'll feel a whole lot better. Your mental health will be a whole lot better. I promise. Because you'll have people looking out for you. You'll have people making sure that you are okay and not isolating yourself, because they won't let you do it. They'll recognize that something is wrong. If they're good friends and not saying, oh, I'm too busy, I can't handle this, they're going to make time for you and make sure you're okay, and you're going to do the same thing for them. It will be a relationship, a two-sided relationship, a relationship of give and take. That's what real friends do. Okay, you need to have family members, if that's possible, who can give you support from miles and miles away if you're far away from home, or even if you're down the street at college, you just need a little bit of support, a little bit of help, a little bit of home cooked meals. Trust me, they will come in handy. Everybody, just like, be close with people who are really trying to support you and help you. Like, don't cut them off. Don't isolate yourself. They will help you in the long run, I promise you. Take care of yourself. Whatever that means for you, outside of going to counseling or a doctor, self-care is important. So whether that's, having a social life, or staying in and watching anime or Netflix, or playing video games, or doing makeup, whatever that means for you, figure out what makes you feel comfortable. Figure out how you wind down. Figure out what you need to do to take care of yourself. What's gonna make you feel well rested and ready to go, like, other than sleeping. Like, take care of yourself. I mean, that can be sleeping, but like, you know, activities that you enjoy. You know what I mean? I seriously suggest that people check in with their friends and family about how they're doing, because it can definitely turn into a cycle of, oh, I'm doing fine, what about you? And you may not notice, or you will notice, and you're doing it on purpose to push everything, you know, aside and not really talk about what's going on, because you don't always want to seem like, oh, I have problems. It's important to make sure you check in with people about how you're feeling so they can know what to do to help you, because friends are there to help, correct? Otherwise, what the fuck is that person doing in your life? All right. Journaling, whether that's a video diary, typing some stuff down about your day, or seriously going at it in a book, like a little journal that you write in. Whatever you need to do to get your feelings out on paper and sort of process what you've been going through, I really suggest that people do that, because it really helps when you need to look back and see, like, okay, this is what I've been going through. This is why I feel this way. It's a pattern of this and that. What do I need to do? What I need to work on? Literally, it helps you track how you've been doing, how you've been feeling, what's been going on with you. But it'll help later on if something does go wrong or go haywire, you'll be able to understand what's been going on with you, because sometimes you may not realize things as it's happening, but once you look back, you can learn lessons from what you have been doing. Or somebody else can be like, okay, this and this and this has been written in this journal when you need serious help, and they can go and get you help, you know, just in case things aren't working out in the way that they need to be. And this is just a personal thing. Not everybody needs to do this. Not everybody, you know, is good at doing this, but be organized. It'll take a whole lot of stress off of you if you have things in the right places in your room or wherever you are. Like, and that literally means like your clothes. That literally means just like things that you work with every day, your notebooks, any papers. It helps to not be stressed about not being able to find things, whether they're, you know, minuscule things or very important documents. It's very important to be organized, especially if you do have mental health issues. It's so important to be organized, especially if you're on meds, or just anything can help your day go smoother without like going off without a hitch. Like, being organized is super important. Now, I have been super organized and I have been unorganized, and my life goes down into a spiral of badness when I don't keep up with what I'm doing. And that means assignments need to be written down. Things I need to do every day need to be written down. What I'm doing for the next couple days, or what I need to be doing today. Like, I have calendars, like on my phone. I have calendar in my notebook, like the planners. I have to know what I'm doing when I'm doing it, and otherwise I will freak out. Not a lot of people are like me, and some people aren't like me. Some people can live an unorganized life and deal with things as they come. But please, if it helps you, be organized. All right, that is my advice and my experience with being with having mental health issues, and how life and school affected my depression and vice versa. If you have any questions or any comments, put them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. I have maybe 2 more videos in this May Mental Health series. So if you want to continue watching, you know, do that. I really appreciate you guys coming and listening to my video. I can't wait to see you guys again in the next video. I love you guys so much.